Look, it is really significant that we have this opportunity to thank all our volunteers for the many years of dedication that they've put in, volunteering for the Rural Fire Service to protect your community. And this afternoon we are presenting a number of awards. Firstly, we'll be presenting the national medals. We have 7 national medals to present. And following on from that, we'll be presenting 71 long service medals, including one posthumous award. Now, not everyone has been able to make it today, and as we go through the proceedings and the citations, I will acknowledge everyone who is receiving an award, but if those people are not here, we won't continue through with the presentation of the award, and we'll make other arrangements at another time. Looks like our Deputy Commissioner has not yet arrived, so we'll start, and we'll call upon our Regional Manager Paul Smith and Andrew to present the awards, and we'll add Rob to the proceedings when he arrives. Okay, our first recipient of the National Medal is Stuart Clark. Come forward please, Stuart. Stuart is receiving the National Medal for 17 years of dedicated service to the RFS. Stuart has played an outstanding leadership role ever since joining the Orange Rural Fire Brigade. Since taking on the role of captain in 2005, Stuart has led the brigade in an entirely new direction, with many brigade members now being trained up in aviation support. In 2011, Stuart gained his crew leader grasslands qualification. Stuart has offered valuable and diligent service in both a firefighting role as well as an enormous amount of time and effort in the logistics support role to the district and zone. He has fought fires locally, out of area and out of the state, and has provided assistance in storms and floods throughout New South Wales. Stuart has also been very proactive in raising money for the brigade to support the brigade activities. His service to the brigade, the New South Wales Rural Fire Service and the community is worthy of the recognition of a national medal. Congratulations, Stuart. Our next recipient is Craig Peterson. Craig is receiving the National Medal for 18 years diligent service with the RFS and the New South Wales Fire Brigade. Craig joined the Winmalee Bushfire Brigade in the Blue Mountains District in October 1986, where he was an active member and involved in major firefighting operations at Medlow Bar, the Rose Valley and Hawkesbury Heights. In December 1994, Craig commenced with the New South Wales Fire Brigades as a retained firefighter at the Finley Station, and in January 2000 was promoted to the rank of captain at Coonabarabran Station. In January 2005 he transferred to Forbes Station, where he served as a retained firefighter until October 2008. During his time with the New South Wales Fire Brigades, Craig attended a full range of incidents including structural and grass fires, MVAs and hazmats and rescue operations. Craig obtained qualifications as a BA operator, four-wheel drive tanker driver and general land rescue operator. Craig has also involved in community education programs and negotiations with the New South Wales Rural Fire Service personnel for mutual aid zones. In January 2012, Craig joined the North West Rural Fire Brigade and has attended many incidents as a brigade member, including the Section 44 at Long Point in January 2013. Craig is a worthy recipient of the National Medal. Congratulations, Craig. Congratulations. Chris Gooch. Chris has been an active member of the community since 1990. Chris served in the Royal Australian Navy from June 1990 through to July 1996, leaving as a leading seaman. He joined the Glenhaven Rural Fire Brigade in the Baulkham Hills District in 1996 and in 2004 transferred to the North West Rural Fire Brigade. During his years of service, Chris has demonstrated his commitment to the community with his availability and active responses for the full gambit of incident types, and the New South Wales Rural Fire Service responds to include bushfires, structural fires and MVAs. Chris's commitment to the RFS is further demonstrated by the level of competency he has maintained during his years of membership, reflecting the professional attitude he has to the Rural Fire Service and the community of New South Wales. Chris is also receiving his 10-year long service medal at this time. Congratulations, Chris. Our next recipient is Tom Nollis, AFSM. Tom Nollis, AFSM, has provided over 31 years diligent service to the community of New South Wales. Tom joined the Mullion Creek Rural Fire Brigade in 1975 and served there until he left the district in 1987. Upon returning in 1996, he joined the North West Rural Fire Brigade, where he has held the roles of Deputy and Senior Deputy Captain, Secretary, Treasurer and Training Officer. In 2009, he was elected as Captain of the newly formed Canobbla Zone Support Brigade. In addition to firefighting, Tom is involved in training and is a member of the training committee. He also provides support to the secondary schools cadet program as an instructor and cadet coordinator. Tom is held in high regard throughout the zone and is often called upon to be a member of various committees. He has chaired the disciplinary and awards committees and is also a member of the Canobbla Zone Liaison Committee. Tom is also a committed member of the Rural Fire Service Association, spending many hours as chairperson of the Canobblas branch, secretary and State Council delegate for Division 8. He's also been a member of the Grants Committee and the RFSA representatives on the RFS Membership Services Committee. Tom is an outstanding example of a dedicated volunteer firefighter. He is highly regarded by his peers as a man of integrity and honesty, and is a champion of the volunteers and their causes through his involvement with the RFSA. He has a professional attitude to his service to the community of New South Wales, and in 2012 Tom received an Australian Fire Service Medal for his services to the community of New South Wales, and he is a worthy recipient today of the National Medal with the First Class. Congratulations, Tom. Our next recipient is John Pankhurst. John has been an active member of the New South Wales Rural Fire Service since joining the Jerry's Plains Rural Fire Brigade in 1976. In 1994 he transferred to the Darlington Rural Fire Brigade, and in 1999 he moved to the Clifton Grove Ophir Rural Fire Brigade and joined North West Rural Fire Brigade as a dual member in 2009. During his years of service, John has demonstrated his commitment to the New South Wales Rural Fire Service and the community with his valuable and active responses for the full gambit of incident types that the RFS responds to. John's commitment to the RFS is further demonstrated by the level of competency and fitness he has maintained during his years of membership, reflecting the professional attitude he has to the service and the community of New South Wales. Today we're presenting John with his National Medal in First Class. Congratulations, John. Our next recipient is Rob Orbison. Robert has been an active member of the Rural Fire Service since 1971. Rob is a founding member of the North West Rural Fire Brigade and today still remains an active member. In 1976, Robert became a dual member of the March Rural Fire Brigade and held the position of Secretary from 1976 to 1995. From 1995 to 2001, Robert took on the role of Senior Deputy Captain with the North West Brigade and then the role of Deputy Captain in 2004. Robert also joined the Lucknow Rural Fire Brigade. He has been a Deputy Captain with the Lucknow Brigade since 2008. During Robert's years of service, he has demonstrated his commitment to the RFS and has been actively involved in the secondary schools cadet program. Robert's commitment to the RFS is further demonstrated by the level of competency he has maintained. Robert is a quiet achiever, volunteering for the community whenever he can, and is a worthy recipient of the National Medal and the second class. Congratulations. We now move on to the Long Service Awards. Firstly, the 10-year awards. The first recipient is Andrew Owens. I don't believe Andrew is with us today. Our second recipient is Darryl Wicks, who had to be called away earlier and couldn't stay. Shane Harvey is also worthy of an 11-year service award, but Shane is not with us as well. Kaylee Bloomfield. Kaylee is receiving the Long Service Medal for 11 years service as a member of the Lucknow Rural Fire Brigade. Kaylee has attended many incidents during her 11 years and remains a committed member of the brigade. Congratulations, Kaylee. Our next recipient is Barbara Bloomfield. Barbara is receiving the Long Service Medal for 12 years service as a member of the Lucknow Summerhill Creek Rural Fire Brigade. Barb has been the brigade's treasurer since 2003, and she is also an after-hours duty officer for the zone and a member of the communications group. Barb has devoted countless hours to the Rural Fire Service in her role of after-hours duty officer and has also attended many incidents with the brigade. Congratulations, Barb. The next recipient is Nicole McKenzie. Nicole is receiving the Long Service Award for 12 years service as a member of the Lucknow and North West Rural Fire Brigades. Nicole held the role of Secretary for the Lucknow Brigade from 2002 to 2004. Congratulations, Nicole. Mark Bennett. Mark's with us? Yep. Mark is receiving the Long Service Medal for 14 years service as a member of the Ponds Rural Fire Brigade. Mark has held the role of Deputy Captain since 2006, and Mark is always ready to respond with his son Reece and is always one of the first members to attend any incident. Congratulations, Mark. Our next two recipients are not with us today, being Leanne Warren and Amari Dent. Is Aaron Dent with us? Tim Warren. Okay, Grant Healy. Grant is receiving the Long Service Medal for 14 years service as a member of the Ponds Rural Fire Brigade. Grant has proved to be a valued member, attending many incidents during his 14 years as a member of the brigade. Congratulations, Grant. Tony Bloomfield. Kaylee's collecting this award on behalf of Tony. Tony is receiving the Long Service Medal for 18 years service as a member of the Lucknow Summerhill Creek Rural Fire Brigade. Tony has been a Deputy Captain of the Brigade since 2003, and Tony joined as a junior member at 14 and remains an active member today. Congratulations to Tony. I understand Paul Williamson is not with us, or Ron Harvey. Ian McCrowan. Ian's not here. Okay. Warwick Sharples. Warwick is receiving the Long Service Medal for 19 years service as a member of the Millthorpe Rural Fire Brigade. Warwick has held various roles with the brigade, including Deputy Captain, Senior Deputy Captain, Secretary and Training Officer, and is currently the Captain. Warwick has dedicated numerous hours in the development of the brigade, including working tirelessly to attract new members from the Millthorpe district. Congratulations, Warwick. Clancy. Greg is receiving the Long Service Medal and First Class for 21 years of service with the Molong Rural Fire Brigade. Greg has been a supportive member of the brigade and is currently one of the brigade's deputy captains. Greg has attended many grass fires and MVAs over his 21 years of service with the brigade. He is receiving Long Service Award in the First Class. Congratulations, Greg. Gary Lawson. Gary is receiving the Long Service Medal and First Class for 25 years service with the Ponds Rural Fire Brigade. Gary has shown to be an effective part of the brigade, assisting where he can in various brigade activities and supporting the Lewis Ponds community through this involvement. He remains a loyal member, ready to assist whenever he can. Congratulations, Gary. Peter Spicer. Peter is receiving the Long Service Medal and First Class for 27 years of service with the Ponds Rural Fire Brigade. When Lewis Ponds and Lower Lewis Ponds brigades merged in 2002, Peter took on the captain's role from his father Michael and Uncle Keith and remains in that role today. Peter has attended numerous incidents over the years and is the most dependable brigade member, almost always being available to attend to incidents within and outside the district. Peter is well respected by the brigade members and the Lewis Ponds community. Congratulations, Peter. Phil Pedley. Phil is receiving the Long Service Medal and First Class for 27 years service with the Glenbrook Lapston Rural Fire Brigade and North West Rural Fire Brigade. Phil has been a Deputy Captain and Senior Deputy Captain with the Glenbrook Lapston Brigade and is currently a Deputy Captain with North West Brigade. He is also currently the Brigade's Training Officer. Congratulations, Phil. Kerry Beasley. I know Kerry's here.
We weren't around the management every bloody
I got good people. Kerry is receiving the Long Service Medal and First Class for 28 years service with the Back Creek, Cowra Headquarters, Spring Hill Huntley, Lucknow Summerhill Creek and Canobolas Support Rural Fire Brigade. Kerry, Kerry commenced with the Back Creek Rural Fire Brigade on the 1st of August 1986. In January 1995, Kerry was one of the founding members of the then Cowra Headquarters Brigade, holding down the Secretary's role until she moved to Lucknow. In 1999, Kerry became an after-hours duty officer, working closely with the Cowra Fire Control Officer. In 2003, Kerry moved to Lucknow and immediately joined the Lucknow Summerhill Creek Brigade and has held the position of Deputy Captain and Secretary. Kerry currently serves as the Captain of the Communications Unit. Congratulations, Kerry. Michael Wright and Graham Christopherson are not with us today, and our next recipient is Jonathan Rolfe. Jonathan is receiving the Long Service Medal and First Class for 29 years service with the Molong Rural Fire Brigade. As an active member of the brigade for these years, Jonathan attended many incidents and has held the roles of Brigade Captain from 2000 to 2005 and Senior Deputy Captain from 2005 to 2009. He has also been instrumental in his support of the brigade activities. Jonathan's service to the community is greatly appreciated and acknowledged. Congratulations, Jonathan. Denise Pitts is the next recipient. She's not here with us, but Larry is. So for Denise's award, which Larry will accept. Denise is receiving the Long Service Medal and First Class for 29 years service with the Ponds Rural Fire Brigade. Denise joined the brigade in 1975 and has remained a long-serving member ever since. Congratulations to Denise. Now we'll keep Larry here because he's receiving his award.
Oh, sorry. Just
So Larry is receiving the Long Service Medal and First and Second Class for 34 years service with the Ponds Rural Fire Brigade. As an active member of the brigade for these years, Larry has attended a number of incidents and has held the role of Senior Deputy Captain with both the Lower Lewis Ponds Brigade and the current Ponds Brigade. His support of the brigade's activities and assisting the Lewis Ponds community is greatly appreciated. Congratulations, Larry. Kim McMurtry and David Herbert were unable to be with us, and our next recipient is Jeffrey Philpott. Jeff is receiving the Long Service Medal and the First and Second Class for 34 years service with the Molong Rural Fire Brigade. Jeff held the role of Senior Deputy Captain from 1985 to 2004, and then taking on the Deputy Captain's role in 2004, 2005, and then again in 2008, 2009, and again from 2011 up until the current time. He's also the Brigade's Permit Officer. Jeff has shown to be an effective part of the Brigade, assisting where he can in various Brigade activities and supporting the Molong community through his involvement. He remains a loyal member, ready to assist whenever he can. Congratulations, Jeff. Peter Selwood is not with us. Kevin Selwood is our next recipient. Kevin is receiving the Long Service Medal and the First and Second Class for 36 years service with the Lucknow Summerhill Creek Rural Fire Brigade. Kevin was the captain of the Summerhill Creek Brigade from 1978 to 2000, when the brigade's boundaries changed and the brigade became known as the Lucknow Summerhill Creek Brigade in 2001. He decided to relinquish the position of captain to his son Tony. Kevin was also the brigade president from 1978 to 2002. Kevin was the backbone of the brigade for many years, making many changes and overseeing the building of the Lucknow station. Kevin is considered a life member of the brigade, and his dedication and commitment to the rural fire service is acknowledged and appreciated. Congratulations, Kevin. Tony Selwood's not with us today. Our next recipient is Michael Bloomfeld. Mick is receiving the Long Service Medal and the First and Second Class for 36 years service with the Lucknow Summerhill Creek Rural Fire Brigade. Mick originally joined the Spring Hill Brigade and transferred to Summerhill Brigade in the early 1990s. He is currently the captain of the Lucknow Brigade. He has also held the role of Deputy and Senior Deputy Captains, Vice President and Training Officer. He has crew leader qualifications and is an RFS instructor. Mick has been very proactive in his membership since joining the brigade in 1978 and has kept a very active record of all the incidents the brigades have attended since that date. If you need to know something related to the brigade, all that way back, you've just got to ask Mick, and he's got all the details for you. Congratulations, Mick. Stephen Beasley. Steve is receiving the Long Service Medal and First and Second Class for 39 years service with the Lucknow Summerhill Creek and Spring Hill Huntley Rural Fire Brigades. Steve has held many roles with both brigades, including deputy, senior deputy and captain. He has also been the equipment and training officer with both these brigades. Steve has also put in many hours providing after-hours assistance to his wife Kerry, who is an after-hours duty officer for the zone. Congratulations, Steve.
Congratulations, Steve.
Jeff Selwood.
The other one.
The other one. Oh. Jeff is receiving the Long Service Medal, first and second class for 39 years service with the Lucknow Summerhill Creek Rural Fire Brigade. Jeff has been a long-serving deputy captain with the brigade, along with his brothers Peter and Tony. Jeff joined the Summerhill Creek Brigade during his teenage years, and over the years Jeff has acted as a mentor, happily imparting his extensive fire skills and knowledge to other brigade members. His commitment and dedication to the New South Wales Rural Fire Service and the Lucknow community is greatly appreciated. Congratulations, Jeff. Now, our next award is a posthumous award for Ken Bennett, and this will be received by his son Mark. Ken's son Mark is accepting the Long Service Medal with first and second class for his father Ken's 39 years service with the Ponds Rural Fire Brigade. Ken was an effective member of the brigade, assisting in almost every aspect of the brigade activities, and he greatly supported the Ponds Brigade and the community through his involvement. He held the role of deputy captain and equipment officer for many years, using his mechanical skills to often maintain the brigade's tanker. Ken's involvement was very well regarded by the brigade. Congratulations to him. The next recipient is Warren Chislett. Warren is receiving the Long Service Medal and first and second class for 39 years service with the Ponds Rural Fire Brigade. Warren remained in the Secretary's role from 1974 to 2002. Warren was a very active Secretary and very dedicated to the role over that 28 years. He's currently the Brigade's Training Officer and President. Warren has proved to be an effective part of the Brigade, assisting where he can in various brigade activities over the years and supporting the Lewis Ponds community. His dedication and community involvement is greatly appreciated. Congratulations. Michael Payton and David Hamilton are not able to be with us today. Wayne Miller, come on up, Wayne. Wayne is receiving the Long Service third class for 42 years service with the Lucknow Summerhill Creek, Spring Hill, Millthorpe and Eucarina Rural Fire Brigades. Wayne has been a very active member over the years and was captain of the Spring Hill Huntley Brigade from 2004 to 2008, captain and deputy captain with the Millthorpe Brigade from 1997 to 2004, senior deputy captain from 2004 to 2006, president in 2004 and 2005, and training and equipment officer from 2006 to 2007. He was also the training officer of the Spring Hill Huntley Brigade from 2005 to 2009. Wayne has crew leader, rural fire assessor and rural fire driver qualifications. He has proved to be a great asset to all the brigades he has been involved with, happily imparting his extensive skills and knowledge to other brigade members and mentoring the new members. His dedication and commitment is acknowledged and greatly appreciated. Congratulations. Bill Kingham is not with us today. Our next recipient is Bernard Williamson. Bernie is receiving the Long Service Medal and the first, second and third classes for 44 years service with the Ponds Rural Fire Brigade. During his many years of service, Bernie has proven to be a dependable and active response member. He has seen many changes to firefighting over the years and has been very supportive to the new members who have joined. His commitment and dedication to the Ponds Brigade and the community is greatly appreciated. Congratulations, Bernie. Robert Philpott. Bob is receiving the Long Service Medal and the first, second and third class for 45 years service with the Molong Rural Fire Brigade. Bob was a Deputy Captain from 2000 to 2005 and the Brigade's President from 2007 to 2010. He is currently the Brigade Permit Officer. Over the years, Bob has acted as a mentor, happily imparting his extensive fire skills and knowledge to other Brigade members. His commitment and dedication to the New South Wales Rural Fire Service and the Molong community is greatly appreciated. Congratulations, Bob. Robbie Lawrence is unable to be with us today. Max Giles. Max is receiving the Long Service Medal and the first, second and third class for 48 years service with the Warrenora River Bushfire Brigade and the Gregra Rural Fire Brigade. Max was one of the 5 members to reform the Warrenora River Brigade in the Sutherland Shire in 1965 and accepted the role of Senior Deputy Captain. Over the years, Max held various positions in operations and administration until his appointment as Brigade Captain, where he continued in the brigade until he moved to the Gregra district in 1992. Max was instrumental in progressing the brigade in water-based activities with the addition of 2 new fireboats and the establishing of a temporary boat shed on Prince Edward Park, Warrenora. As a result of Max's contribution to the brigade, they named the new fireboat the Max Giles in honour, and that craft continues to be active in firefighting duties today. In 1968, the Sutherland Shire experienced the largest fires in history, and Max, together with the Captain, Keith MacDonald, led their crews with exceptional courage during those fires with no loss of life or property. When Max joined the Gregra Brigade, he took on the role of Brigade Secretary from 1992 to 2009. He was also the Brigade's Treasurer from 2007 to 2009. Max is one of life's quiet achievers and his dedication and commitment to the RFS is greatly acknowledged. Congratulations, Max. Richard Cantrell. Richard is receiving the Long Service Medal and the first, second and third class for 48 years service with the Lucknow Summerhill Creek Rural Fire Brigade. Richard joined the original Summerhill Brigade as a young man. He held the Treasurer's role from 1966 to 2001 and he has been the Brigade President for the Lucknow Brigade since 2003. He is held in high esteem by the Lucknow Brigade members and is considered a life member. Congratulations, Richard. Les Wright's not with us today, and Pat Christopherson is not with us. Gavin Alston. Gavin is receiving the Long Service Medal and the first, second and third class for 49 years service with the Lucknow Summerhill Creek Rural Fire Brigade. Gavin joined the original Summerhill Creek Brigade as a young man and he was a Deputy Captain with the brigade from 1965 to 2001. During his many years of service, Gavin has proven to be a dependable and active response member. He has seen many changes to firefighting over the years and has been very supportive to the new members who have joined. Gavin is a life member of the Brigade, and his commitment and dedication to the Brigade and the community is greatly appreciated. Congratulations, Gavin. We now move on to the 50-year awards. That's a long time, isn't it? First recipient is Graham Yelling. Graham is receiving the Long Service Medal, first, second, third and fourth class for 50 years service with the Gumble and Bacobra Rural Fire Brigade. Graham has been a group captain for the Canobla Zone since 2003. He is also the equipment officer for both his brigades. Graham is also a competent chainsaw operator. Graham calls a spade a spade. I'd say Graham calls a spade a shovel, and voices his concerns when warranted. His service to the RFS and the community is greatly appreciated. Congratulations, Graham. Joe Telford. Joe is receiving the Long Service Medal and first, second, third and fourth class for 53 years services with the Ponds Rural Fire Brigade. Joe commenced with the Ponds Brigade while still in his teenage years. Organisationally, the brigade benefited from Joe's input and others like him in the early days of the brigade, and has been a key contributor to much of what we take for granted today. Joe has been a loyal and dedicated member over the years, and his efforts and assistance are gratefully acknowledged by the brigade, his community and the Canobla Zone for his 53 years of service. Congratulations, Joe. Owen Schwilk. Owen is receiving the Long Service Medal and the first, second, third and fourth class for 54 years service with the Orange Molong Road Rural Fire Brigade. Owen has been the brigade's president since 2011. Owen joined the Orange Molong Road Brigade as a teenager. He quickly became a valued and respected member of the brigade, imparting his extensive knowledge to the new brigade members over the years. Owen's commitment and dedication to the Orange Molong Road Brigade and the community is greatly appreciated. Congratulations, Owen.
Well, that's just a teenager.
Graham Wren. Graham is receiving the Long Service Medal and the first, second, third and fourth class for 54 years service with the Orange Molong Road Rural Fire Brigade. From 1960 to 2002, Graham was a member of the Mogong Bushfire Brigade. He held the role of Senior Deputy Captain from 1975 to 1985 and Captain from 1985 to 2001. From 1995 to 2002, Graham was a member of the Bushfire Management Committee. In 2002, Graham joined the Orange Molong Road Brigade when he moved to the Orange District. Graham's service to the community of New South Wales is greatly appreciated and acknowledged. Congratulations, Graham. Robert Castle. Robert is receiving the Long Service Medal and the first, second, third and fourth class for 55 years service with the Bacobra Rural Fire Brigade. Robert was a Deputy Captain with the brigade from 2001 to 2011. During the years, Robert has built a reputation for dependability. His efforts throughout the years is appreciated by the Bacobra Brigade and the local community. Congratulations, Robert. Our next next recipient is Michael Spicer, but Michael's not with us, so I'll ask Peter, his son, to come up and collect his award. Michael is receiving the Long Service Medal and the first, second, third and fourth classes for 55 years service with the Ponds Rural Fire Brigade. Michael held the role of captain with the Lewis Ponds Brigade for 34 years. When lightning storms were present in the area, Michael would stay up all night keeping a check of the lightning strikes and would spend the next day keeping an eye out for the smoke. He averted a lot of potential large fires and possible loss of property from his vigilance. His efforts and assistance are gratefully acknowledged by the brigade, his community and the Conobla Zone for his 55 years of service. Congratulations to Michael. Doug White. Doug is receiving the Long Service Medal and the first, second, third and fourth class for 56 years service with the Torrington Rural Fire Brigade. Doug held the role of Brigade Secretary for the Torrington Brigade from 1962 to 2008. That's a long time to be the Secretary. He is a life member of the Brigade, and over the years he has worked tirelessly to improve the Brigade's equipment and standards. He was one of the main instigators in getting the Brigade's first tanker, a Mark IV ACO International, 6-wheel drive ex-Army truck, and went to Holsworthy Army Base to pick it up personally. The Brigade tanker is still housed in the shed on Doug's property, and his efforts are acknowledged and greatly appreciated by the community. Congratulations. So we have two more recipients of Barry Gibson for 57 years service. Barry couldn't be with us. And Keith Spicer as well for 62 years service. Keith couldn't be with us. So we've just got one final recognition of service award to present to Cole and Sylvia Norton. So if you come forward, please. Cole first became involved with the RFS, then known as the New South Wales Bushfire Brigades, when the Noombinna Bushfire Brigade formed in the early 1950s. Cole is the only surviving member of that original group of Noombinna members. After he and his wife Sylvia married, they moved to Cowra and on occasions assisted the town brigade as well as attending the fires in the neighbouring shires. After purchasing land in the Back Creek area, they joined the local Back Creek Brigade. About 5 years later, they purchased a further property in the Barrarini Brigade area and became members of that brigade. Sylvia attended many of the incidents as the driver of the vehicle and is believed to have been the first female in the Cowra district to pass a rigorous driving test to be issued with an RFS vehicle driver's licence. Cole remembers having lunch one Sunday in December 1939 when a fire started just 100 metres from where he lived at Baroola near Cowra. Like any 8-year-old, Cole was inquisitive of something he had not seen before, so went to have a look. He remembers a vehicle with a big tub of water on the back and some wheat bags. Cole was put on the back of the vehicle and told to wet the wheat bags and hand them to the people who came to help fight the fire. Cole believes he was put on the vehicle and given the job so he was out of the way. But to him at the time, he felt he had been given a very important job to do. There is one thing he learnt from that experience, and he has never been forgotten. The hard yakka involved with bringing a fire under control with only wet wheat bags and a couple of leather fire beaters as equipment compared to the equipment brigades enjoy today is a significant difference. The service acknowledges the dedication and commitment of Cole and Sylvia to the Rural Fire Service and the Cowra community. Congratulations to Cole and Sylvia. I'd like to call on our Assistant Commissioner Rob Rogers, AFSM, to say a few words and
Give me a little break. They do,
Good afternoon. Sorry, firstly, if I could put in my apologies for being late. And for those of you that I'm sure most of you have experienced Sydney traffic, you'll know that it doesn't take much to bring everything to a complete stop. And apparently there was an accident on the M4 heading out of Sydney, and I was only 10 minutes from RFS headquarters, and I sat there for an hour and a half trying to get out of there. So unfortunately these things happen, but my apologies, and I'm very, very sorry to those medal recipients that I wasn't here to personally congratulate you, but please accept my congratulations to those 7 national medal recipients, and again my apologies for not being here. Can I acknowledge Mr Andrew G, the member for Orange, and also is Councillor, sorry, Councillor Davis?
Councillor Davis not here, Councillor Gosper is.
Councillor Gospel, there you go, sorry. Paul Smith, Regional West Manager, David Hoadley, the Malur Local Manager, and everybody else here? David? Yes, good. Check. You can tell I'm doing this on the fly. So the Councillor Ian Gosper is here. We've got Councillor Scott Ferguson, Mayor of Blaney, Major Ian Spall, is he here?
Yes.
I didn't see him. Oh, there he is. He's hiding down the back. I guess brigade officers, service members, medal recipients. Firstly, can I again just extend my apologies. Congratulations on those medal recipients. When you start looking at between 7 national medals and 96 long service awards, it's just incredible to think of the amount of time that has been put in by the RFS members in this area. I'd hate to think, and maybe Andrew would want to think about how much money that would cost the state government if you were all being paid, but we think the budget's tough now. I think it would be very tough if it wasn't for the voluntary contribution that has been made by members that not only that have been recognised today, but people that do it each and every day. At the end of the day, what you do makes a huge difference to your local communities and broader to the people of New South Wales. And look, I think it's fair to say that the people of New South Wales owe you all a debt that they'll never ever be able to repay. What we can do is show our tokenistic appreciation by having ceremonies such as this and say thank you, but that's not intended to recompense you for the amount of time that you've given, the time away from your families, time away from your business, be it farming, self-employed, or you're employed by someone, or even away from your family itself, which is obviously equally important. And it would also be remiss of me not to say thank you and acknowledge the support of the families, that if they didn't support you in the way that they have, you wouldn't have been able to do what you've done. And whether that's direct support, but it's doing jobs that you would have otherwise done. There's a huge amount of things that I guess these small things that get done that all go towards enabling you to do what you do, and obviously you do it so well, but we couldn't do it without the support of those families. So if I could just say a big thank you to the families that have supported you in doing that. And I think it's fair to say that the Rural Fire Service is, we heard of people getting awards and being recognised for service, not just in the local area, but in a broader area in elsewhere of the state. And at the end of the day, the RFS I like to think of as a big family, because at the end of the day, whether you have big fires here and people come in, or you go elsewhere and help, which this area often does, you interact with other brigade members and you just realise that whilst you may come from different areas, you share a common goal. And that common goal is about helping your local community and making sure that you're there to stop harm occurring, or at least minimise that harm and be there when people really need you. And you only saw the fires of the last summer, which were, I know there was a lot of loss of property in some of the fires in the Blue Mountains and up and down the coast, but there was some significant fires in this broader area that we dealt with, and were dealt with very, very well, that had huge potential to cause problems. And as we come to expect from this area, the fires were managed extremely well, locally managed, decisions made local, and obviously those decisions enacted, supported by resources externally where required. But at the end of the day, they were managed and managed very well. So congratulations on a job well done. I think it's also fair to say that you know, we got through the summer whilst it was costly as far as loss. It could have been an awful lot worse, with how, when you start thinking about just how dry it was, how much of the state was drought declared when we were entering the summer, and then we had the deficit in rainfall that continued into spring, the elevated temperatures. It was all sort of combining to bring us that sort of you know, mix that we were starting to really get concerned about. So I think all the elements were there for it to be a lot worse than it was, and the fact that it was bad, but it could have been a lot worse. I thank each and every one of you and your families for your contribution in that. I know we're running just a little late because of, unfortunately, me and my fault, so I won't keep talking, but if I could just finally again acknowledge medal recipients. Thank you enormously for your contribution, and those people that have achieved those incredible milestones of 50 plus years, a special thanks to you. That is an incredible milestone, and it's something that you just can't imagine when you were at the age that you joined the RFS or the Bushfire Brigade, whatever your local brigade was called at the moment at that time, if indeed it was called anything, the Shed. Then I'm sure you didn't necessarily think that you'd be here today. You know, looking back over that amount of time that you've contributed, and the experiences you've had, the people you've met, some of which I'm sure are no longer around, but you've gained from people, you've met from people. And I think, like I said before about the RFS being a big family, and it's funny, there's people come into the RFS, some of them stay 6 months, some of them stay 12 months, some of them stay 60 years, of course. But no matter what, people come into the RFS, I think every single person that comes into this organisation brings something to it. It brings something to it from themselves, their experiences, and it slightly changes the organisation for the better. So I think irrespective of what your contribution's been so far, you have contributed to this organisation, you've contributed to the people of New South Wales, and it's, as I said before, a debt we couldn't repay, so thank you very, very much.